And we're live! Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to What Lies Beyond Existence. I am Nicole in the second, and we're back! This one came a little bit too loud. We're back for another, well, mini week, because it's only today and tomorrow, of more Final Fantasy VI and more of some music composition in the afternoon. So, yeah, guys. First of all, I hope you've had an amazing weekend. I sure did. And, yeah, we're refreshed. We're rejuvenated. Ready for more fun in games and music. And I hope you guys haven't forgotten. Haven't. It's already in the past. Forgot. Yeah. My English. Haven't forgot that. This week, it's only just for 2 days. As I've said on the previous stream. This week, it's only today and tomorrow. Morning, Final Fantasy VI. In the afternoon, more of the pre-production for the song that we're making. We're gonna be back from tomorrow to a week later. So from this Tuesday to 8 days. Well, this makes sense in Portuguese. In English, not so much. So we're gonna be back next Tuesday, not tomorrow, the one from next week. So yeah, okay, enough babbling. Let's go back to the game. Boop. There we go. And here we are. Now, what have we done on the previous stream? Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, we're here. So so if I do this, the map gets bigger. Okay, live and learn. Okay, just put on my song. It was screaming. So we ended up leveling a little bit. We just changed continents with castle from Edgar's castle, basically Figaro, basically. And we ended up leveling a little bit our peeps here. And I think I'm gonna just walk around a little bit. Try to get at least one level more, because 14 against Sabin's 18, the difference is probably getting way too big, and I don't want that. So yeah, we're gonna gold noodles there. The guys in the bottom, I think they give us high potions. Which is fine too. Yeah. So 800 per experience in here in the forest. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep on wandering around a little bit in the forest because this is just too much. Experience. So if everything goes according to plan, with Sealies and Locke level up right now. And having Sabin here just cleaning field. Oh no. Not yet. Having Locke here cleaning field is just awesome. A little bit of grinding, just so we get in the mood. The preemptive strike is just awesome. So yeah. Like this, I think I'm gonna make 2 or 3 more fights like this one. This is not good. Ooh. Sealies is getting low on. Oof. Yeah, this took a turn for the worse quite fast. Him? Yeah, so Sealies was way too low on HP, and I didn't notice. Yeah. So items. I'm gonna use a tent. Nope. Tent works just fine, and I can buy more with all these fights that we're doing. We end up actually getting lots of money, so that helps on buying tents. These fights aren't as effective, at least XP wise, like as the other ones are. At least Sabin is the first one. That's cool. Bye. 500 against the other 800. prefer the other fight. You guys are easier to kill. Again, not brilliant. I'm gonna still doesn't matter. Ugh. Made a mistake. Made a mistake. Yeah. Those punches in the face. I deserve them. Potions. Even with 2 earrings, her magic cannot kill a single enemy. Is it lack of levels? Might be. But she has 2 earrings. I'm raising her magic quite a lot. 100 and something. It's just too low. There must be a good way. There must be a good way to raise her magic attack. Pretty sure we end up getting better items. This one isn't brilliant. This one is not brilliant at all. And how will she learn more magic? That's something that I haven't learned yet, or at least I haven't understood yet the process on how her and Terra learn her magic. Is it just time and levels? Make a difference. Yep. Ooh. Now, one more and they all level up. One like this one, I mean. Come on, another one like that. Yes. Preemptive strike. Even better. Oh! Oh! The misery. No, it's not done. There. Wait, what? It's 800 divided? Oh. I thought it was 800 for all. 800 for one, another 800 for so on and so forth. Well. Silas is there. Let's level the other ones. I'll take this wheel. And bye-bye. 276. Now her magic is dealing 200. So basically her issue is a lack of levels. just lack of levels. And that's easily fixable. Okay, but now, they were 14, they're now 16, saving is 19, I'm alright with this. Let's keep on going, shall we? So, we're in Collingen. Who are you? A strange glowing creature flew right through here, scared the living daylights out of me. It took off southwards, towards Jidur. So, we know where Terra went. Ooh! I wouldn't talk to that guy if I were you. He's an assassin. This is not metal, but it's as metal as you get. We meet again. That's it. I could lend a hand. Just need enough to feed my dog, say. 3,000k! 3,000 guilds, not 3,000k. Shadow, no, wait. Ah, sure. Sure. I got the money. Ooh. And he's 16. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. So. Yeah. Yes. Sure. Now, what do I want on him? Not the white cape though. I want him faster-ish. Being able to counter physical attacks is fun. Prevents all status ailments, that's just neat. A scope that allows the wearer to lock onto a target, ensures that physical attacks never miss. Keep a wrist. So, I tend to attack with him, not throw stuff. But I might throw stuff. For now, I'm gonna use this. We'll see how we go from there. Yeah, she's wearing 2 earrings. Man, this song is just too good. This music, man. There was an assassin sitting at a table just a short while ago. Yeah, there was. Now he's working for me. Rooms are 2,000 gil per night. Sure. Big spender. Big spender. Yeah. Who are you? Clyde, how could you? I was your partner. You should be here with me. Join me, Clyde. What the hell? Who are these people? Huh. My younger brother's a bit eccentric. Lives alone up north. Says he's going to build a coliseum or some such nonsense. That thing, I don't know what it was, but it tore up my house. Looked like some kind of glowing monster. Ooh, Terra, what did you do? Luck, is that you? Have you stopped by Rachel's house? No? It's my dream to see an opera at the opera house south of Jidur, with a handsome date, of course. I'd get all dolled up, put on a squine dress. Oh, wait. Was that thing really a monster? I stopped right in front of my little girl. I could see it at gentle highs. I saw a pretty light. It came here and everyone else was afraid of it, but I liked it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happened to this poor guy's house. Oh. this happened. Rachel. Her memory returned just before she passed away. She said, if a man named Locke returns, please tell him that I love him. So that's his story. We got hints. And that's... Oh. So that's why he's so set on having sillies with him. Okay. I think I'm starting to get there. I'm starting to get there. Takes me a while though. But usually I get there. Okay. So, I got to mithril shields. I think I can buy a couple more. Magus hats. They give lots of stuff though. Not gonna use them. Gonna buy one of those. Okay. So you got 2 chests right behind you. How can I get there? Probably from there. Like from the top. From there. I think there's a row. Then behind the guy. Because there's 2 chests right there. And I think there's another 2 chests right there. So, chain flail. Jesus. Ooh, shuriken. I have shurikens. Let's buy a couple more. And by a couple, I mean 9. I'm not even gonna look. It's just... So, about that money. Yeah, so apparently it's all gone. Cool stuff. No money. Jesus, look at the difference. What did I buy for you? Just that? Yeah. Okay. Twisted headband. Isn't it for Shadow? I bought it for Shadow. Huh. I lose agility with this. The attack grows. I didn't need this. I'm gonna sell. Yeah, I'm gonna sell this. No, I don't need luck. So at least I get a couple of stuff back. It won't be much, probably 150, but better than nothing. But yeah, I'm not gonna use that, like at all. Locke needs to steal. Locke needs to steal. I couldn't protect her. Here we go. Locke, what are we off to find today? So, Rachel, huh? It's almost your There's supposed to be an amazing treasure hidden somewhere in this mountain. We're gonna find it. Oh no. Look out. Oh, Rachel. He went after her. Rachel, are you awake? I can't remember anything. Get out of my house. It's your fault Rachel lost her memory. Wait, just let me talk to her. Please, just go away. I don't know who you are, but my parents get upset whenever you come here. Rachel would be better off without you hanging around, Locke. She's going to have to make a new start of it. With you here, she can even do that. A year went by. When I finally returned, I found out that Rachel had been killed in an Imperial attack. Well, at least she didn't die because of him, but come on. Her memory had returned just before she died. The last thing she said was my name. Jesus, I never should have left her side. I failed her. Man, this game is brutal. Again, elixirs on the clock. That's also fun. Always pretty fun. Man, this game is just unforgivable. It's Jesus Christ, man. It's one sad story after another. Jesus Christ. Come on. There's the door there. Oh, look, it's been a while. Ages, even. Oh, Dad, worry not. Your treasure's quite safe. Is that? It's a good thing I happened to perfect my herbal concoction right when she... The girl hasn't aged a day, and never will. Had to use my herbs, I did. Couldn't very well refuse with you begging me like that. Rachel. You're sure the stuff will work? Of course, the love of your life will sleep here just like this forever. And ever and ever. If there were a way to call her spirit back. A way to call her back, eh? You mean like that legendary treasure? Oh yes, I suppose if you had that, you might be able to reawaken her? I failed her. Look. So. This game is brutal, but... But wait a second, and this is something that... Here's the thing. Shadow... No, this is just too lucky. This would probably work anyway. Hear me out, guys. So, to come here, my team needed to be Locke, and Silly's needed to be here. And to get Shadow, I needed Sabin. So, unaware, I built the perfect team. That's it. No, this it regardless of the team that I pick, I would get more or less the same results, right? I mean, probably not the Locke story, but I would probably hear about Locke and have to get him and then just go there to see the cutscenes, right? Even Shadow. Because Shadow was with Sabin and Xian. So I brought Sabin here because I wanted Silis and Locke to level up. I wanted Silis on my team and Locke because, I mean, the other teams were already packed full and makes sense that Locke is with Silis. Man, if this was a stroke of luck, big one. But Locke's story is brutal. It's as brutal as Cian's story. It's just ridiculous. Wait. Best stay away from that house on the eastern edge of town. Crazy old coot sits in there matching up herbs all day for his shady concoctions. I even heard he's got a ghost in his basement. Oh man. Don't know half of it. There you go. Okay, green beret. Oh, there we go. Evasion, magic defense, sure. Okay. Another stroke of luck. It's fun. So, I think we have everything. This is Locke's land. We got, wait a second, I want to speak with those two women again. You. Yeah. Her memory returned just before she passed away. She said, if a man named Locke returns, please tell him that I love him. Come on, it's just... It was brutal for him, and she regained her memory right before she died. Knowing everything that happened, it's just... No one lived happy. It's horrible. I think I'm gonna go this way just because... yeah, I need to punch some things because this is just really... Sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry. Oh, no! No. I'm gonna punch Silis, come on. So, quick recap. Terra was a slave. Locke is more or less responsible for the love of his life to fall and lose her memory for what, a year? Only for him to live, her regain the memory and die. Silis is a traitor. Xian basically witnessed his king die in his arms. Then his wife and kid, and had to watch them go onto the phantom train. I'm not gonna lie, guys, but yeah, these guys are just... I think there's no one lucky here. Not a single one. Sabin was training with a guy. The guy was killed by Sabin's friend and co-student. It's just brutal. This game is just... Come on. Kafka is just evil. Hero's Ring. Hello. Hey, not you. Not you. Jesus, I don't want neither of you. What's the hero's ring? A golden ring once worn by an ancient hero boosts both physical and magical attack power. Both physical and magical attack power. I'm gonna see if this does something. We can't let the world become too peaceful. Don't you see? People shine their brightest when they're at war. My Colosseum will be a monument to the glory of battle. If I can ever finish it, that is, no one will help me. Yeah, dude. That's because you're loony. Yeah. He wants to build a Colosseum for people to shine. Because they shine their brightest when they're at war. Julius Caesar would be so proud. Now, it has two here. I'm guessing one... maybe here? Let's see. Give me high potions. Let's see how... yeah. Yeah, I don't think our magic grew that much. Than with the earring. Yeah. I think the earring... I think the earring is better. There was something here. Oh, but it's for the chocobos. I don't want a chocobo. Fighting people along the way is the best way to level up. And we need to go down. No, not that down. The other down. Yes. Punch people in the face. Their attacks are getting stronger. So, yeah. $200's not enough. 300 might be. Yeah. Yeah, they probably have like 300 right on the dot. So, Jidur's probably... Jidur's probably the town that connects the east to the west side of this part of the continent. Pretty sure, at least that's what the map hints. Yeah, right there. I should have been able to move the hand freely. You see, there's... yeah, this doesn't help at all. But there's a town here. There's another one at the bottom of this. So Jidur. This is Jidur, the westernmost town on the world map. Okay. So, by the other people's... what the other people said, there are... Should I have a military shield or mithril vest? And the ninja gear and the white dress. That's it. All the money. Yep. Mithril shield. You can wear ninja gear. I only bought one, and that's for our boy Shadow here. If it was like this to buy the weapons, to buy the armor, to buy the weapons, it's gonna be fun too. Every once in a while, one of these shady kids from Zozo wanders down here looking for an easy mark. Be careful. Sure. Welcome. I saw a girl bathed in light speed off toward the northern mountains. This is the Jidur auction house. It's always full of wealthy aristocrats. Oh, the auction house. Oh, if this is like Final Fantasy IX's auction house. Today's auction is over. Oh, thank God. I don't have mine. You're obviously not from around here. Straighten your back. Don't slap so much. Okay. There's nothing I can't buy. Oh, are you an admirer of fine art as well? No? How utterly uncivilized. I want one of those legendary treasures that bring back departed souls. None of the other rich folks have one yet. I've heard you can get one in the imperial capital of Vector. So we have a destination for luck. Some truly valuable works of art can be acquired at this auction house. Probably not by the likes of you though. Excuse me? Daddy, let's buy lots of stuff today too. Oh, how could I say no to those adorable little eyes? So today's over, right? Great, because I don't have money. I just spent all my money. Like you do. The class divide is starkly apparent here. All of the middle-class families live in the southern part of the town. The richer folks live up in the north. You can see one of their enormous mansions from here. I'm gonna be an opera singer when I grow up. Huh? You don't know where the opera house is? It's way south of here. The other town. Okay. Welcome. Barrier ring. Magic +2. Defense +6. Physical attacks never miss. Knight's code. To cover for... yeah, I have one. The only thing I don't have is a barrier ring. Which is... meh. Not missing much here. At least I don't think so. Don't take my word for it though. Wait, who are you? All the poor people here were forced out of town. I hear they built a new town in the valley between the mountains up north. Those folks in Zozo don't have an ounce of honesty among a lot of them. Don't trust a word they say. So I'm starting to get that the Zozo people are basically the southerners, the poor middle class from here that went to the other side. So these are the rich the rich folk basically throwing shade at the southerners. The ex-southerners, now Zozos. Is that it? Probably guessed it right. Very perceptive. Welcome. Ooh. Yeah, no. Kodashi. So many good things that I can buy. I barely had time to use other ones. I'll get the money. Let's keep on going up north. Big house. Hoozer's mansion. You're the spitting image of Maria, huh? Haven't you heard of her? Haven't heard of her, you say. She's a famous opera singer. Really? Ether. Fun. Treasure chest on a canvas. Beautiful still life of flowers. It's almost as if they were alive. A picture of an old urn. This one looks awfully familiar. That's the dumb octopus that we fought on when we were on the raft. It appears to be alive. Sure. Very old painting. A suit of armor to its seam. A picture of a lovely lady. That's it. Huh. Nothing here. It's weird. Okay. So. We went to all of those places right there. I'm torn between going to Jidur. No, sorry. I'm in Jidur. To go to the Zozos, which I think are directly up north from here, or going south to the Opera House. That's what they said. Then I'm gonna go to the other town. Let's see. Let's see what's there to see. Punch him in the face. There you go. Oh, come on. I don't think I have much scrolls. I'm gonna just attack. Boom. So, here's the town. One more fight. For good measure. There you go. Sabin's already at 700 HP. Talk about a beast. It's just cleaning house. So I'm counting. Zozo? Never heard of it? Never heard of it. Oh! I remember this! There's a tower here. I think that's that. No. No, this is... Yeah, I remember this. This was tough. I remember this. This wasn't easy at all. This was not easy at all. I probably need a couple of levels. Not only that, I need to... I can be attacked pretty much anywhere. I drops. I remember this. This is not easy. This is not easy at all. At least it wasn't for me. The second hand on my watch is pointing at 30. Okay. That matters because I can even be attacked inside out. This is just dumb. Dragoon boots. Is to what? Ah, no. Hell no. Nope. No. Do I get it back? Those 4,000... I get 5,000. Okay. I better. The hell? What do these guys think they are? I can be... I can have fights inside of buildings. This is just... how brutal this is. This is a pub though. What the hell? I just want a place to rest. It has the markings, just not the place to rest. Silver spectacles. 5,000, Jesus. Can I get it back though? Back attack. Dude. $5,000 that's what it steals. And uses eye potions. Come on. Thank God. Can the enemies leave? Like flee? Steal me and flee? I need stuff. So it's not that bad yet. I knew there was something like this. Couldn't steal. Okay. He took 500. He took 500 like a champ. Jesus, these guys. Great people here. You can trust everything they say. Sure. Relic shop. A girl? Nope. Haven't seen any girls lately. And there's definitely no one on top of the floor of this building, so don't bother checking. So I know where I'm going. To the top of that building. Yeah. Great stuff. Steal him. Everyone punch him in the face. That's it. How dare they? And they steal pretty much all my money. I have 6,000, that's what they steal. Oh, there's an inn. Okay. Back attack against these guys. He probably... Yeah, he hits like a truck. I'm gonna see if I can steal from him. Still cannot steal. Jesus Christ. What a beast. This place is dangerous, be careful and don't go doing anything stupid. Like trying to jump between the buildings. Oh, yeah, I think we have to jump between the buildings. The clock set the hour hand. I don't know. Oh, come on. And back at 7, 2. Punch her. So they said there's an inn here. Guess they lied. Fine. I need to get the hell out of here and grab a tent. Oh, Jesus Christ. Rising Phoenix! Punching them in the face. Lizard on them all, and I think I win now. Bring me a tent. I need a tent. Please and thank you. So, tent it is. Hey James! Hello, good morning. How are you, man? How are you? It's going fine, man. Been doing great. Guess who's going to a tower too? Yeah. I remember this tower though, and this is not fun. Worrying, but have you up on the side? Oh, cool, thanks, man. Thank you so much. Means a lot. Got a tower, yeah, man. Did you solve yours? Were you able to finish it? Sure you did. Okay, so yeah, there's no point in just this week will be the end game stuff. Tackling the final dungeon. Oh man. I so want to take a peek, but I don't want to spoil myself. I really want to take a peek. I'll maybe take a peek. I really don't want to spoil myself, but man, you're so much higher level than I am that I really want to see how the end game is. Luckily on the other ones, though, I don't have that issue. I can just go there. The first 30 minutes or so of my stream is just chatting, so you're safe there at least. Yeah. Remind me again, at which time do you start? (9 p.m.) Okay. UK, it's basically the same time that I do here, so yeah, we're fine. 9 p.m. No, I think it's the same time. It's the same time schedule. It's 9 p.m. too. It's 8. It's already 12. It's 2. So, these guys... Yeah, it is. I ended up finding out because I needed to give like a better time schedule for people here than giving them Portugal. Because people know more about UK than basically anything else. Yeah. We're on. Weirdly enough, Spain is just right beside us. It's 1 hour. They're 1 hour ahead of us. So yeah. That's why at the end of my stream I say 11 a.m. next morning, Portugal and UK time zone. It's the same. But I didn't know either. Jesus, these guys. There you go. What's here? Oh. Oh, I can just do this. Sure. I'm not gonna play around with these guys. Where's the flame scroll? Yeah, flame scroll hits them off. So yeah. Ooh! What? It deals 1,000? 1,400 damage on that guy. But that magnitude just... Fine. Blizzara. 400. Jesus. The people here eat like trucks. My watch's second hand is pointing at the 4. Sure, there's something here. The seconds, they're divisible by 20. I'm pretty sure I should start marking that down. There's one that says this clock is at 30, the other one says second hand is at 4, the other one says it's divisible by 20. Level? Fine, level 20. Oh, she can move in. Okay. Silver spectacles. Couldn't steal. Boom. My potions. I've been stealing silver specters from this guy. Silver spectacles from this guy and have no clue what they do. Prevents darkness. Yeah, I could guess that. And he couldn't steal, and now you're gonna get punched in the face. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. Here. Another dude like that. Steal. Every time he does that, he steals all my money. I hate him for that. For that, he must die. Okay. Just go here. Burning Feast. What's that? Change the attack. Steel boots made. Oh wait, for dragoons. Change the attack command to jump. I can jump. Burning fist. It's a weapon. Sprint shoes. Woo! Talk about an update from 91 to 148. Yep. Now a dragoon. Who's a good dragoon here? Maybe Shadow? We're gonna make a test run here. And see what that does. I don't think Shadow will be our dragoon. What brings you up here on this fine day? Do you need to get through here? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be in the way. I'm not very strong in a fight and I'd hate for there to be any trouble, so why don't I just let you pass? Asshole. I'm gonna punch you in the face. A jeweled ring. Cool. And he steals my... right in your face. Let's see what the jump does. For some reason, Jesus, all the buffs just take too much damage, dude. Every time it says nothing to steal, I get suspicious. There's nothing to steal. Eh. Let's throw a water at you. Well, my guys are quite strong too. Huh, who knew? And I got a thief's knife, which I already have. But I stole another thing from him. What was it? I don't remember. A jeweled ring, right? Prevents putrefaction. Sure. Easy peasy. Yeah, it was. Probably... sandals. Okay. Ooh. So, basically... I remember... what am I doing? As soon as I got here, I started dreading this place because I remembered it took me a while. And it was very painful to beat this tower on my previous run. I remember this scenario with the rain in the tower. But right now... Huh. I was probably under level the other time. Terra. Terra? She's frightened. Ramu. Ooh, Ramu is an Esper. Ramu is an Esper. At least he is on Final Fantasy 9. He's from 9. I don't know if he's from 9, but he is on 9. He's also on 15. Who are you? This girl is your friend, I presume. Yeah. Is Terra okay? So her name is Terra. Terra. Interesting. Yeah. And... okay. She's going Saiyan again. Super Saiyan, I mean. Her life is in no danger. She simply used the power she didn't know she had, and it overwhelmed her. Okay. Now her body won't listen to what she's telling it to do. As for myself, I am Ramu, the Esper Ramu. You're an Esper? But don't Espers live in another world? That doesn't mean there's anything stopping us from living in this one. Espers come in a variety of forms. My appearance is similar to your own, so I can live here as one of you. Without fear of anyone discovering the truth. Okay. Why hide the fact that you're an Esper? Humans and Espers are incompatible creatures. Are incompatible... Incompatible? Yeah, incompatible creatures. I've heard that long ago. Humans and Espers lived side by side in this world. I'd always thought it was just a fairy tale, but... No, that was no fairy tale. That was the truth. Humans and Espers used to live together in harmony. At least until the War of the Magi. Yeah. Okay, man. I'll be here. The War of the Magi. It took place long ago. Espers fought humans who had been infused with magical powers extracted from other Espers. After the meaningless war had ended, the Espers fashioned the new realm to which they exiled themselves. They feared that if they remained, it would only be a matter of time before their powers were targeted again. Yeah. But then one day, about 20 years ago, humans stumbled upon the entrance to the hidden realm. Humans who knew... and thus began the hunt, for Gestahl, the leader of the men, knew that he could use the powers extracted from us to create an invincible army. As soon as we realized that was happened, we erected a massive gate and forced the humans out. Jesus. Not only did they exile themselves, they just put a barrier. Lock the door and lose the key. Those who were captured are still held in the Empire's Magitech research facility, being drained of their powers. Since the War of the Magi? I narrowly escaped that same fate, and now I'm here with you. And while they were talking, Terra was just face first on the floor. She seems to have calmed down a little. I called Terra here to me when I sensed that she'd lost control. She responded to the call. So Terra's an Esper? No, she's a bit different from us. Yeah. She looks like she's in pain. She's afraid of what she is, and that is a painful thing. What can we do to help her? I think I know what she is. Once she understands her true nature, the fear and doubt should subside. I think I know what she is. Is there nothing we can do? The others of my kind who are trapped in Gestalt's Magitech research facility may be able to help her. The Magitech research facility? Your people are in there? I escaped alone, abandoning my friends and hiding here like a coward, but I fear I can remain here no longer. What do you mean? Gestalt's methods are mistaken. He knows only to drain an Esper's powers by force, but that's not the way to unlock our potential. Only when we become Magicite can our strength be transferred in full. What are you saying? I'm going to turn myself into Magicite so I can lend you my strength. Magicite? Magicite is an Esper's power in its purest form. When an Esper dies, Magicite is all that's left behind. Wait, is he gonna kill himself? What? He's going to kill himself? Because if it's only when he dies, and if he's going to turn himself into Magicite? These are my companions who fell as we fled the Empire, and I will give you my power as well. Ask him the question. What the hell? Did he kill himself? Ramu, but why? He did kill himself. He turned himself to Magicite. He gave up his own life so that we'd have the power to stop them. Jesus, this game is brutal. Even the process of lending one's power means killing himself. Why would you do such a thing? If our power is used for destruction, the skies will darken and life will fade from the earth. You must stop the Empire. There must not be a second war of the Magi. Obtained Ramu Magicite. Kate Sith. Siren. And Ifrit? Kirin. Who's Kirin? How do I use them? Nope. Abilities. Hespers. So, Ramu, Judgment Bolt. So, Lightning. Kirin. Gradually restores the party's HP. Okay, usually light. Siren. Silences all enemies. And Kate Seed confuses all enemies. So, these two inflict some stuff to the enemies. Kirin heals, Ramu deals damage. Huh. Terra, wait for us. We'll be back for you. We're gonna leave her there? I'm conflicted. With lots of stuff. Man, this game is brutal. Wait, why are you here? Everyone's here? I was just thinking. Let's talk on the way back down. So, the Empire's been draining magic from Espers. Sillies, was all of that true? Did she know? I was asleep when they performed my infusion, so I don't know for sure. But I've heard rumors to that effect, so she knew. Not for sure, she says, but still. I suppose we must find a way to slip into the Empire. We'd best split up again. We still need to beef up our defenses in Narsh. That would indeed be wise. I'll go to the Empire. I know it inside and out. But alone. Don't worry, I'll go with her. Luck. Might I advise again... Might I advise going in great numbers? I can't remain with you no longer. The hell? This guy just leaves. I still need someone to clean field. But these guys are way too low. Here's the thing. I think I'm gonna do this. And there's a reason for it. And here's my reasoning and why I'm doing this again. First I should start thinking about story 2. This guy has an amazing story with the Empire. Probably a big grudge. So having him with Sillies might make a good option. But I don't think I will take him because he's a king. And having him follow another king after the previous one die on his arms might help him maybe find a sense of purpose again? I don't know. Other than that, these guys are not leveled. Like at all. So I'll probably need to make some grinding with them. And having a guy like him that's completely ahead of everyone else with them will only make the difference go further because he will also be keeping leveling up. So now that these guys are at level 17, this one's at 20, I don't need to grind with these guys so much. As such, this one will not be leveling up as much either. These are all basically on the same level, so I'm gonna need to grind anyway, which makes for a good team. Knowing that I need to add a 4th character onto them, because we still have Terra. Shadow will come and go. I'll have him add to here. Terra will be heading to this group. So, that's my reasoning. That's why I'm doing it like this. Wait for us back in Narsh. Don't worry, we'll be fine. If we need to change party members, I guess we'll have to head back to Narsh. So, how are we going to get there? The Empire's on the southern continent. But they've closed all the harbors and no ships are permitted to leave port. The town of Jidur to the south is full of wealthy aristocrats. One of them might know a way in. Where there's a guild? There's a way. Look, yeah? Why are you coming with me? Well, there's the rumor about legendary treasure hidden in Imperial territory and all. I thought I might have a look around. For you. It seems you have some magicite. Want to learn more about Espers? Sure. To use an Esper, you must first equip it by selecting Espers from the abilities menu. To summon the Esper in battle, select the name of the Esper by scrolling to the top of the magic command list. You can only call upon each Esper once per battle. Once per battle? Learning spells. When an Esper is equipped to someone, the character will learn spells over time. So that's how you learn spells. The set of spells each Esper teaches is different. The higher a spell's acquisition rate, the faster it will be memorized. Some Espers also permanently increase an attribute like Strength, Magic, HP, or MP when the character who has them equipped gains a level. Cool to know. So, Ramu. Yes. Equip. And, I can only have one? I can only have one per character? Oh, then this is just dumb. I need to add another character. So... Sleep, silence, is slow, and fire. Confuse, imp, and float. Float is fun. Cure, Cura, Regen, Poisona, and Libra. Thunder, Tundra, and Poison. Yeah, okay. Slow is a fun thing to have. I want the Cura. I want Cura. I'm gonna give you Thunder and Tundra. You're gonna learn this. Where can I get the guys? Can I get guys outside? Party? I didn't read. Formation. Oh. I didn't read. I don't remember how to get another one here. They said they're in Narsh, but Narsh is on the other side of the continent. Switch party member, page up, page down. So, you cannot use magic yet. So basically my reasoning, well, I don't know if it was right or wrong. I know that I should have had another one here, and I could have leveled another character. I didn't know, well, I still don't know, that the other guys are not fighting. I thought they were to a different story. Can I get those guys here at the inn? Probably not. There's really no way to get them. Yeah. Guess not. They said that I need to come here. The only way to reach now is by air. Of course, we need an airship for that. What? Did you think I was going to suggest launching yourself from a catapult? No. No one would be crazy enough to go to the Imperial continent these days unless they had no choice. Well, Mariah, the famous opera diva, is absolutely gorgeous. Do I have money? More or less. Mariah. They talk about the diva quite a lot. This guy told me the same thing. Who are you? Maria? Me? Sorry, I mistook you for someone else. Still, you could pass for Maria in a heartbeat. Maria? Mariah. Maria. Oh dear. We're really in trouble this time. Silis looks like Maria. Who's Maria? The opera, right. You're the spitting image of Maria, huh? Haven't heard of her, you say? She's a famous opera singer. Is she the girl in the painting? This... This is odd. Wait. The man must have dropped this. The man is the director of the troupe that performs at the Opera House. Everyone just calls him impresario. He's been in a tizzy ever since that letter arrived. Dearest Maria, I've decided to take you as my wife, so I'll be coming to kidnap you, the wandering gambler. Who's this wandering what's his face? Were you born on the farm, son? Apparently. A gambling vagabond who finds freedom from society's narrow views of morality aboard his airship, the Blackjack. Blackjack. Setzer. I think I remember you? Like, tiny hint? No clue as to what you do, but I think I remember you. That would be Setzer, owner of the world's only airship. If we had that airship, we'd have our way into the Empire. Let's set up a meeting with this Setzer. So, I definitely need to go to the Opera House. Okay. And here I thought, well, they're not gonna fight much. Not gonna level. But here we are. But since we're leveling, I mean, maybe just one more level. No. Maybe just a tiny bit, tiny smudge of a level. No, no. Tiny little levels here. Tiny little level. Yeah. Mithril knife. I already have a mithril knife, right? I have 3 mithril knives. I think a fun way to actually make money is probably start selling the spares that I have. It's one thing to hoard everything that we get, but I don't need a large amount of copies of everything that I can get. So yeah. There's a big possibility that I'm receiving 1000 XP for one more. So Silis can land. I'm receiving thousands of gil per fight. It's like 1000 per fight. So yeah. Yep. Silis learned Libra. As soon as she levels. Fine. Well, since we're here, let's level Lock 2. since we're here, right? Locke learned thunder, Sabin learned sleep. Okay. Now I just need Locke to level. Fun thing. Rising Phoenix! And luck leveled up. Magicite bonus, stamina +1. This is cool. Perhaps. Wait a second. Because I tend to forget about this. And sometimes stuff happens. Ah, it's you again. We read that letter. So Setzer is coming to snatch Maria away. He'll probably appear right at the climax of the first act. He loves to make an entrance. These guys are so dramatic. Perfect. When he shows up, we'll jump out and nab him. Dear me, no. You'll ruin the performance. I'll lose my job. But if you don't do anything... Do you see my conundrum? I want the performance to be a success, but I don't want Maria to be abducted. I say let him take her. We'll use a decoy. Once he's got her, we'll follow him right back to his airship. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, James. And if all goes well, we should be able to commandeer it. Yes, we are. This, I know where it leads to. This is one of my favorite scenes. Are you mad? If anything should happen to Maria. This is a scene that I remember. One of the few, though. But one that I fondly remember. Not only that, but the music too. That's why you use the decoy. We can hide Maria someplace safe. Come again. You said yourself that Celes looks like Maria. Now, just a minute. She can be our Maria. We'll let Setzer kidnap her and lead us to his airship. Brilliant! Hold on here. I'm a former general, not some opera floozy. Mi, do, re, mi, fa. Cough. Maria. She's already training. That's the spirit. Ah, you again, dude. Come on. Already punched you in the face once. I got my own little surprise plan for y'all. Just like Setzer, it'll be tons of fun. Better get to work. We've got to make a star out of you, Celes. Yeah, isn't anyone gonna read it? Dude, you're just not important. Sorry to say, but... You're just not all that. Okay. The war between the East and the West was growing more violent by the day. Draco, a soldier from the West, thinks of his love, Maria, back at home. Okay.
Oh, Maria.
It's gonna start, guys.
Oh, Maria, my beloved, do you hear my words whispered in your ear?
Lyrics, yeah.
As if I were
Lyrics, voices, yeah.
by your side.
Huh? Why's everyone singing? I'm gonna go check on things in the dressing room. I hope this works. First, can I go? I can let you up here. It's dangerous. Sorry, guys. I'm awake since 5 o'clock in the morning. It's almost 1 in the afternoon. Yeah, I didn't sleep that much today, so I'm so sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, this didn't help at all. Can I go here? Yeah, there's something here. So, yeah. Cannot go there. Cannot go there. The other dude's letter just disappeared. Have you always been that pretty? Oh god, dude. He has such a way with words. Look, why did you stand up for me when you did? Because I'm tired of standing by and doing nothing while I lose the girls I like. Again, dude? Am I just a replacement for her? Oh. Wait, we're going there. That ribbon looks nice on you. We are going there. I have to go on stage soon. This next scene's an important one. Maria starts to worry that something's happened to Draco and pours her feelings into song. Hint, make a note of the score. You have to know your lines. That's familiar. Okay. I think... Okay. Then just... Give me a second. I have to know my lines. I'm gonna just take my... Jesus. I'm gonna take some notes then. So, it can be here. Okay. Okay, let's go. Shouldn't you check the score one last time? Read the score. Yes. Scene 1. Okay. So, oh my hero, my beloved, shall we still be made to part? We still... Okay. Though promises of perennial love. Promises perennial love. Yet sing here in my heart. In the darkness, you're the starlight. Dark starlight, shining brightly from afar. Shining afar. Through hours of despair. I offer this prayer. So offer prayer to you, my evening star. To you, my evening star. Okay. Must my final vows exchanged? Be with him and not with you. Were you only here to quiet my fear? Oh, speak, guide me anew. Wouldn't it be funny if I just got you to write the whole scores down and you didn't actually need it? That would be next level trolling. However, I think I remember more or less that there's something while she sings. So yeah, I'm 90% sure I'm not being trolled. This is where you pick up the flowers, climb the stairs, and toss the bouquet from the highest bottom. Okay. Be sure to finish by the end of the interlude. There isn't much time before the start of scene 2. Impresario, scene 2. This part, no, I already read it. Shouldn't you check the score one last time? Already did. Dude, I just did. Oh, I need to go from the other side. Nothing here. Okay, let's go. That'd be hilarious. To you, maybe. No, but I think I remember something. The Western armies were defeated, and Maria's castle fell into the hands of the East. Forced to wed the Eastern Prince Rolls, Maria still thinks only of Draco, as she gazes at the stars each night. Oh, my hero.
Oh, my hero, my beloved, shall we still be made to part?
The song, man, the music here is just...
Promises of perennial love, yet
This scene is just too good.
I am thankful, my beloved, for your tenderness and grace. I see in your eyes, so gentle and wise, all doubts and fears erased. Though the hours take no notice of what fate might have in store, our love, come what may, will ne'er age a day. I'll wait forevermore.
Prince Charles is looking for his dance partner. Please leave the past behind. Our kingdom is part of the East now. Get over it, woman. Ah man, but the scene is awesome. The scene is amazing. That dude has no chill. No. Zero. Zero chill. So, you were wonderful, Silas. Now I need to... You can go there. Okay. I hear you guys won, so I'm gonna jam up your opera. Ultras. Now, this is going straight to the point. You suck, gonna murder you. Bye. Huh? Why is everyone singing? Yeah, this guy is just like... What? Sabian is dense like a freaking door, man. Just... The Western something impossible. Attack! Wait. Our hero arrived. Yes.
I knew you would come for me, my love.
Insolent rogue, knave of the western hall, you would address my queen to be Maria. Sure you have Maria's hand, I would die before that day comes. Then it's a duel.
But how is he planning to disrupt the opera? With that? 4-ton. Let's see if Maria can shrug this off. Huh? This is heavier than I thought. It's gonna take me 5 minutes to push this thing off. Now, 5 minutes IRL, 5 Dragon Ball minutes, 5 minutes in game. What are we dealing? We haven't a second to lose. Talk to the stagehand in the room up on the right. We'll help you get up there. Leave it to us. Oh no, I remember that. I remember what that is. So yeah, I remember that. The impresario sent you. You need to get up to the catwalks. Lower the switch on the far right, but don't touch any of the others. There. No, I did just that. So, where? From where should I go? Is there a way from here? There you go. Please murders them all. Oh. Another eye potion. Okay, so they all give eye potions. That's fine. Seven learn slow in silence. Cool. Murderize them all. Let's go. I'm being dumb. Probably not. Because he has the Thief's Dagger. 7 learn fire. Because he has the Thief's Dagger, he should probably be able to attack and steal. Let's see. It probably won't happen every single time, so here it didn't happen. I'm sure there's gonna be some times where it will work. So it's probably random. Okay. Doesn't make that big of a difference. So 2 minutes and 55. Lock learn poison. Okay, cool. And bye. Okay. Should I fight you? I mean, I still have time. Yeah. So about that time that I have. Let's try Locke's magic. Well, it's something, I guess. It's there. $900 XP, it's not bad. Huh? Oh, rats. Ah, come on. Oh no, this'll never do. With those two flattened, there's no one to win the girl. How can the story possibly continue? Improvisation time. Sorry, you need to take off. Work to be done. Have a good stream. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much to be here. For being here. Your presence is invaluable. Thank you so much, man. I'll make sure to take a peek at your stream, at least in the non-spoilery hours. Have a good job, man. Good vibes. Neither Draco nor Rawls will win Silly's hand. Silly's hand. It is I, Locke, the world's premier adventurer, who shall take her as my wife. Oh dear, what dreadful acting. Yeah. Silence, knave. You stand in the presence of octopus royalty. A low-born thief like you could never defeat me. I challenge you to a duel. Might as well make the most of this. Music! Did you miss me? No. Nothing to steal. Dude, if there's nothing to steal, I'm just gonna punch you in the face. Jesus! The hell? I'm underestimating this guy. No more. No more. No more. I really wanted to see Meteor Strike hit at least once. Ink. Ugh, blindness. Himpy. Hey, you left. Yeah. Hold it right there. Ah, the other dude. My compliments on the most impressive performance. Setzer, I'm a man of my word, impresario. I'm taking Maria. What? God. Unforeseen twists at every turn. Just as we think Maria is to become Locke's new bride, she's dragged off by Setzer instead. What fate lies in store for her now? Be sure to come back and see part 2. Don't worry, I'll give you plenty of attention later. Oh, and here they are. What a performance! You're a great fake actress, Silis. Enough. But the real show starts now. It's time for Act 2. Where's Setzer? Sorry. You should be right back. And here he is. Sorry. What are you doing here? You're not Maria, are you? Genius. Setzer, we need your help. We need to get to Vector. Your ship is the only... If you're not Maria, then we have nothing to talk about. So... you want her to be Maria just so you have something? Wait. We heard that your ship is the finest vessel in the world. And that you were the world's greatest gambler. My brother's the king of Figaro. If you help us, I can ask him to reward you. Come with me. Then you'll... Don't misunderstand me. I still haven't said I'll help you. And that's how you change one's mind. Easy enough. So, yeah. Business has been awfully slow lately, thanks to the Empire. You're not the only one suffering. The Empire has been toppling towns and villages left and right. They're abusing their magitech power and trying to take over the world. Maybe you want to be a slave to the Empire, but I sure don't. We're at least together in hating the Empire, right? So please... You know, I think you may be even cuter than Maria. Huh? Man, this guy. Alright, if Silis becomes my wife, I'll help you. Otherwise... What? You crazy? Hell no. Fine. Wait, what? Great, it's settled. On one condition. We flip this coin. If it's heads, you help us. If it's tails, I'm yours. Well, Mr. Gambler? Ha, I like it. I accept. Silis, are you serious? If you marry that guy? Ready? Heads, I win. Now it's time for you to hold up your end of the bargain. A valuable trinket indeed. I've never seen a double-headed coin before. I'm afraid you've been hustled, Mr. Gambler, but that's part of the game now, isn't it? Ha! How low can you stoop? I love it. Alright, I'll help you. Gambling against the Empire with nothing to lose but my life. I haven't felt so excited in years. My life's a chip in your pile. Ante up. Like this. I can't believe this clunky old thing can fly. You sure it'll stay in the air? When things fall, they fall. Life's a game of chance. You play your cards, and fate plays hers. They'll spot us in the air from miles away if we try to fly this thing into the Empire. We'd better land a safe distance away. That sounds like a good idea. I'll stay on board and keep the ship ready to take off at moment's notice. What are those lights? So here to have lights in the horizon. Well, there's our answer. So we're in the southernmost continent, right? The one right at the bottom of the map, of course, because map. Yeah. Achievement unlock. Taking off. Okay, cool. So yeah. Southernmost map. Let's use a tent. since we're here, let's save. Yep, still more time. Now. It's in abilities, right? He's using Kirin? No. Siren? No. Ramu. I need Thundera. She's using Kirin? Yeah. Kura and Regen. Still not there yet. This dude, in the meanwhile, learned everything. Cool. You're gonna learn Kate Sith? Since you're such a badass at learning. Now, this is fun of things to do. Where should I start? I need to go, I'm pretty sure, to the one in the middle. So, I think I'm gonna go to this side here. But first, let's take a feel of the creatures here in this continent, how strong they are. Holy water. They are strong. And they deal damage. Jesus. Come on. These guys deal damage. They don't joke around. They do not joke around. What do we have here? Wait, am I in the right... No, I don't want to be in the right place. I want to be in the wrong place. Not the right place. I don't want the right place. There's a town right there. I mean, I'm done. Welcome to Albrook, the occupied port city. I think I've made a mistake. I didn't went to... Ugh. I didn't went to the... Didn't went back to the auction house. Man, that auction house would be fun. A dungeon or battle. I'll buy 2 more, so just because. I wanted that. I wanted to go to that dungeon, to that auction house with money. Completely forgot. This town is completely done. There's something important on the eastern edge of the continent. The Imperials built an observation post there and won't let anyone beyond it. We have to bribe the Imperial soldiers so they won't let us do business. Or they won't let us do business here, in our own city. If I isn't, you'll regret it. I'll punch you in the face, dude. Seriously. Not even joking. The Imperial capital of Vector is right at the center of this continent. Okay, so... yeah, I needed to go to the center. I study monsters. The ones on this continent seem to be exceptionally vulnerable to magic. Good to know. Good to know. Welcome. I have tons of those things. This ring. So the only thing I don't have is this. Poison, darkness, and zombie. An amulet. Just because I need one. But I'm gonna start selling stuff that I have that I don't need. Not the armor though, the armor I might use. But here, I don't need 3 mithril swords. 2 can go away. Heavy shields are... dried meat, that's helpful. Mithril shield, 1 too much. It's 1 too many, probably. I don't know. Mithril vest gonna keep. That's not redundant yet. Hey, we made some money. Hey, ay. There was another puzzle with the hours on the rainy thing with the tower. Zozo. Welcome. I think I've had a bit too drunk to me. Shove off. Can't you see I'm busy? Hey baby. Woohoo. Yeah baby. Woohoo. And hey, you're not an Imperial, get out of here. Yeah baby. Woohoo. You probably don't even have any money. These soldiers think they own this place. This pub's pretty much an Imperial clubhouse these days. Yeah. I think it needs a little cleanup. Anyone who opposes the will of the Empire will be strung up for treason. Obey the Empire. Yeah. Your face needs to be punched. Actually, that's a win-win. Your face needs to be punched. I'm willing to punch it, so... Yeah. So... They said they're weak to magic. Don't see it. Saving another level. Magic +1. And the Mithril Rod. Who wears the Mithril Rod? Will Sillies wear a Mithril Rod? Maybe Terra? Not here. So I need to go there, I think. So I'm not. And bye. Ooh, what's that? I didn't see what he stole. Was it good? Might have a chance to see it again. A potion. Not that good. But they are taking damage. At least a good amount of damage from series. But they're not dying. These guys can take damage. What's here? Miranda. Holy water. Cool. Miranda used to be the most beautiful town on this continent. Then the Empire came along. Now look at it. It's another city completely ruined. 200 gil per night, sure. I was counting with another elixir at the clock. Like always. These soldiers are our control, and there's nothing we can do about it. How long do we have to put up with this? If it depends on me, not much longer, dude. Welcome. Ooh, what's this? Don't know, but it's expensive. I have Mithril vest, Mithril mail. Huh. I'm gonna buy 2 right now because I have 2 people that can wear it. So Sabin can use... Mithril mail. She can use the same thing. But a magic goes down by a little bit. So, +4 defense and -5 magic. Since the enemies in this continent are weak to magic, I think I need the magic here. I'm not gonna... Yeah, no, I'm not gonna give up on the magic for that. No. Not gonna happen. My son was forced into the Imperial Army. I hope he comes home safe. That's the thing with dwarves. My dog's the strongest. We can do anything we want in this town. Man, I want to punch this guy so much. Why'd I have to get stuck guarding a town way out in the boondocks? I'll never get a promotion now. Place your bets. How else are we supposed to have fun in a backwater town like this? I have so many ideas on how you can have fun. Zen and Albrook were invaded by the Empire too. My beloved hasn't replied to my letter. I'm sick with worry. Girl. He won't stop asking me to marry him. Aisha, my love. I haven't finished exploring everything here. So, Mithril Spear and a Trident. Edgar uses both. Bastard Sword, yes. And the Boomerang. But the Boomerang will take away my... I'm gonna buy just to have it. He's gonna take away my... Yeah. He takes away the agility. It deals a little bit more damage, but taking away the agility, it's just... You know. Bastard Sword on her, though. Works quite fine. Quite alright. So yeah, nothing else to see here. Yeah. I want to kick these guys out of this continent. Not gonna use the Chocobo. Need to level. I always need to level. So keep on walking, and we're gonna go upstairs. Sorry, to the uppermost towns. Gonna go to the uppermost towns. There we go. Luck's almost getting a level. That's cool. $80. It's such a big... No. Keep on stealing potions. It's the best thing I can do. Until since Blizzard. Yep. There you go. +1 in stamina. I wanted +1 in agility. How long until I get 74% acquisition rate of 2. So Kura acquisition rate of 1. Kura will take a while. Regen ×3. It will take a little bit. It is what it is. So preemptive strike. Now, but one thing, can I use the Espers? I can't use the Espers. That's bugging me out a little bit. I should be able to use the Espers. Right. $197. It's not brilliant. I wonder how can I use the Espers, or they're here just for me to... They're here just for me to learn the abilities, not use them, as in fight us. or has the basically ton of damage dealers that they usually are. Now, since I'm here, at least let me level Silis too. It's alright. $700. Sabine learned confused. Ah, come on, she's at 13. Need to take care. About looks HP. It's getting low. Dangerously low. So they should probably both die. Yeah. Level up. There you go. Let's see, another city completely destroyed, right? Anyone who opposes the will of the Empire will be strung up for treason. They say basically the same thing they said. Not in need of anything else. Most of the town's youths were led off to serve in the Imperial Army. The youths. Our royal family was slaughtered by the Empire. Mom says I'm not supposed to play outside because it's dangerous. So the kids can't even play outside. Nah. This town belongs to the Empire. It's this sense of belonging. It's mine. What do you gain from it? You gain zero from it. I'll tell you a secret. The Empire has a weapon called the Guardian. It's immobile but ridiculously powerful. If you ever see it, run away and don't look back. Shove off. Can't you see I'm busy? Yeah, walking around. Where's that boy of mine? I told him not to play outside. It's dangerous with all the soldiers around. Around there. My grandfather once told me there's a huge gate deep inside a cave on the eastern edge of the continent. The eastern edge of the continent has a huge gate inside a cave. So that's the Espers, right? That's the Esper's place, the way into the Esper's place. So we're getting there. Not only are we going there, but we are getting there. Sure. Defies and you'll regret it. I so wish that I could just randomly attack. I would pick a fight with these guys right here. Right now. So another city that's basically that was put on their knees just because the other guys are stronger. That's a good reason. That's such a good reason to do something like that. Like attack. Mistake. Ah, another one. Laser is tons of damage. One at least dies now. Sabin learned Imp. This guy is just learning stuff one after another. Completely not learned Siren. Getting there. These guys. I want to see what's in here. I'm gonna stretch this a little bit longer. Haven't seen you around here before. Why don't you go climb back down whatever hole you crawled out of? Dude, I'm gonna clean up this place. I shouldn't stay the night in here. They're gonna steal from me, right? This all looks... this looks also sketchy. There you go. I made a mistake. And 1000 Jill was stolen. I want to punch that guy in the face. No. Jesus. I think I'm going to stay here and apply to become a soldier. And join the same army that destroyed our village. What about our promise to start over in Miranda? Yeah. Such a good decision to fight for the invading army. It's oh so smart. Are you loyal to fuck me? Sorry. What? Just might be able to do it. Listen, youngsters, please don't give up. There you go. There we go. Welcome. Claws, bastard, sword, sucker. It's from Shadow. He might appear right now. No? Yes. Maybe. I heard General Celis went over to the returners. Why join the side that has no hope of winning? Yeah, because if you keep on that side, you're not gonna win too. See, the director of Magitech Research is a genius. He gave me my son the gift of cure magic. A seed? Haven't seen you around here before. Yeah, sure. Nope. Jesus. Even if the army wins, you'll not win. That's it. You. Yeah. And cure. Great. What happened? I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Ah, come on. Ah, come on. Am I really stuck? Is this my life now? Ugh. Okay, I don't need to speak with everyone. Reload. Don't need to speak with everyone. A couple of things that I'm gonna... I'm not gonna sleep there. I didn't buy anything. I'm gonna do this. No. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Ah, mistake. Okay. It's simple enough. There you go. So there was nothing here, nothing there, nothing there. He cures me. You're returners. Oh, so you know me. Fine. I'm itching to pick a fight with you. So yeah, returner. A tent. These guys have tents. Fun thing to steal. Tundra and regen. Okay. That was close. Why? Can I not be seen? Oh, I can't be seen apparently. All Brook, Miranda, and Zen are all controlled by the Empire now. It's for their own good, really. Wonder if those rumors about them extracting magic from monsters at the research facility are true. Pretty sure they are. You're returners, aren't you? Hey, that's cool, I won't judge. Wanna hear something juicy? Yeah. All the soldiers at the Magitech research facility can use magic now. All thanks to that genius, Sid, apparently. Here's another one of you for you. That Kefka guy, they say he was Sid's first experimental Magitech knight. Hey Anita, hello. Good afternoon. How are you? But the process hadn't been perfected. So while Kefka ended up with extraordinary magic power, it shattered his mind. Well, that explains a lot. General Leo's a good man. Compared to him, Kefka's a... oh, please forget I said that. If I could, I would throw you under the bus. Right now. Yes. And in your specific case, it's not even a metaphor. Yeah. If there was a bus, I would throw you under it. Literally. So, yeah. So, lots of guys here. Lots of guys there. I probably need to not be seen, apparently. Not, I don't know. So basically, yeah. It's like this. Imperial Palace. Uh-oh. Run! Go get him! Let's fight him. Filthy returners come. Oh. Oh. Blizzard right in your face. He dealt 0. Oh. Can I attack him? I cannot. Nothing to steal. This is gonna be fun. Can I leave? Wait! $8,000? Did he just dealt 8K? Jesus! Okay, how am I gonna deal with that? General Leo never had a Magitech infusion. He's a warrior. Okay. Shh, I'm a returner. I've heard all about you. I'll distract the soldiers. You use this box to climb up into those girders and sneak into the research facility. Are you ready? Yeah. Let's go. Oh, must have had a few too many. Get out of here, you bum. He said to use the boxes. There you go. I think I'm gonna spew. Oh, jeez. So, different place. Surrounded. Not fun. Not fun at all. want to steal from these guys. These guys have tents. That's fun. That's a fun thing to steal. This is the worst possible fight. Completely surrounded, these guys deal tons. They start punching now. Not dealing much though. This is not dealing much. Lots of bad decisions while fighting. Now I'm just attacking because, well, I know it's not dealing that much damage. Yeah. I don't know, guys. Cura. It's 37. It's gonna take long. So... Surrounded, back attack. If it's bad, normally, like this is just brutal. No! Come on. You murder one, but not enough. That's how it's done. Goodbye. There you go. Flame Tongue. Is that a weapon? Yes, it is. And raises magic. Nice. Where can I go? Oof. A potion. That's what they have. Boom! Right in the face. Oh. That won't help. Side attack. Well, now I have the upper hand. Lizard on all your faces. There you go. Goodbye. No, not yet. Alright. Let's see how he uses his magic. How much does it do? Not much. Enough to kill him, but not much. To kill them. Not much. +1 magic sight on Sabin. Okay. Seriously though, this helps, but not quite. God. let's see how Thundera deals. How much Thundera deals. Quite a bit. 500. That's not bad at all. It's actually not bad at all. There you go. Plus 1 stamina. Yeah, but this, no, I'm just... wandering around, but... missing something here. Sure, I'm missing something here. Another round, their faces. It's actually quite a bit of damage. There you go. Ah. No, no, no. There's a chest right there. Come on. Come on. Don't do that. There's a chest there. Not without the chest. First the chest, then whatever comes next. Sure, let's keep on punching these guys with thunder. Don't even have a chance. Ooh, Silly's taking some damage. There you go. $49 until Kura. 49%. Meter. Now you can go to your own way. You can go your own way. Thunderblade. Same thing. You can use the Thunderblade. And his magic will get up. Agility will come down though. Nah. I think I want the agility. I still want the agility. But the more I'm using magic with him, the more I might start thinking about transitioning him to magic too. Because it's making a difference. Where can I go? Where? There's a chest. There's another chest there. Come on. Come on. Woo! And Lux cleaning field too, right? Right now. There. That's it. Cleaning house. So nope. Jesus Christ. You can one-shot these guys too? Bioblaster. Already have one of them. Dragon Boots. This goes down. I want to see if I can get the other chest. Save and learn float. Can I get the chest? Give me the chest. There you go. A golden shield. Worth it! Yeah. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. And at the speed is running with aced. This is so good. If he's not the first one to attack, is up there and just deals damage. How can I get there? See, he's the first one to attack. Huge amount of damage. I wasn't supposed to do this, but sure. Oh, they all hit. Something clicked here. This guy is dealing tons of damage. Items. Where are the Phoenix? Yeah, it drops. There. I want Peter. Unlock. Like that. Oh. Abilities. Espers. So he already learned Ramu. He's gonna learn Siren. Because fire. And while we're at it, he will learn Ramu. Because Thundera. He already controls 2. While she's still struggling to get Kura. Preemptive strike. I think Thunder, they're weak to Thunder. It's not just that. Yeah, Thunder is actually a ton better. Little bit better though. Little bit. Golden armor. The damage, the magic that comes down, but the agility comes up here with the ninja gear. I'm tempted. But no. Blizzard. Yep. And the golden arrow. So she can basically have everything. This is like a big upgrade for everything. Need to go to the other side though. And Luck just gets there. No! Come on. When they are on the other side of the field, I need to push a different button and... yeah. Just screws my speed, thankfully. Play mouse. Lock and save and learn stuff. Fun. Nope. 600 to one and 700 to another. And they learn more stuff. And they keep on learning. Plus 10% HP. Magi set bonus. Jesus. Oh, come. Oh, damn. Lock, learn, fire. These guys learn stuff at high speed. Thunder. Savvy learn poison and learn chakra. Where do I want to go? I want to go there. How do I want to go there? How do I go there? I want to go to that side right there, so I can go to the other that way, because on the other side there's a chest. 2 chests actually. I want to get there, but to get there I think I need to drop down. I need to drop down from those stairs there, from those rollies, whatever they are. So maybe to get there, I can maybe go through here. Yeah, I'm gonna make this joke like forever. There we go. Another level for Fossilis. There you go. Kefka. I'm a god, I'm all powerful. I'll collect more espers, I'll extract their magic. And then I'll revive the Warring Triad. What's the Warring Triad? And why does he want to revive it? Are those espers? I've already drained all your powers. You're useless to me now. You too, take a hike. This guy now. How can I go to the other place? The other side. Sister here. No need. Right on the other side. There's a tube. How can I get to that tube? From there? I cannot go there. No. Oh no. Jeez. Big mistake. The other guy. Being like this confuses the hell out of me. Completely ruins my rhythm. Too magically be. Sillies, I need you to start learning. To finish learning that the thing that you're learning. 99, so one away. Good. Better late than never. There. Go away. Die away. Or not. Hallelujah. Come on, Silas. Let's just start learning other stuff, okay? Yay. We'll learn curing. Sure. It will take a while, but... Sabin is already at 1000 HP. Nice. Well, goodbye, ethers. Here it takes 25. It's alright. There you go. That's how you get to that. There you go. Goodbye. Ice Brand, Zephyr's Cloak. So basically, it's the same but deals ice. Zephyr Cloak. Plus 10 to evasion and plus 10 to magic evasion. The agility goes down. Ew. That might be fun for someone. Not that interested in it right now. So, next time we're at the store, I need to buy ethers. Because apparently, luck deals lots of damage with this. So I don't need to... Yeah. Oh wait. Series learn confused. Good. Now I need to go down. Oh no. Ifrit? Jesus. No. Dude. I don't have Blizzard with me. Oh, Chakra. Restores some HP to all party members? Okay. Unfortunately, nothing still. The only I'm gonna heal a little bit because silly. That's fine. Try Thundera. Thundera deals 0. That does some damage. That's fine. Okay. Oh no. So, yeah, I'm the guys. With the attack deal, I sense a familiar strength. Who are you? Shiva. You have Ramu's power. Wait. We're Espers. Oh god. I really want Shiva and Ifrit with me. I can see why Ramu entrusted you with his power. When they finish training us of our powers, they dump us down here to die. We haven't much time left. All of these on the floor are Espers? Are dead Espers? Gestal has captured many more of us. They're all here, being drained of their powers. I too suffered my turn in one of the capsules. We and Ramu are siblings, each of us born with a different elemental power. If Ramu was willing to give you this strength, then we shall do the same. Our friends are also running out of time. I'm sure they will lend you their strength as well. So basically they are killing themselves to give me strength. Jesus Christ. Man, this game is brutal. This game is brutal. Basically, the espers are killing themselves, and apparently they're all okay with it, to kill themselves, to give me some strength. Yeah, to give me their powers. There's not gonna be an happy ending here. I mean, some of the characters might have an happy ending at the end, but this is just brutal. It's like it's one bad story, one bad backstory after another. What the story ends up being is something sometimes even worse. Jesus Christ, man. This game is brutal. It is. The story is just, it's one gut punch after another. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm actually loving it. From a story point of view, it's actually very rich, and I didn't remember anything like this. It was not what I remember. Actually, I didn't remember much, but still, it's something else. And I'm so glad I decided to start with Final Fantasy VI. This is such an amazing game, so far at least. And I have no reasons to think that at the end will be any different. So yeah, guys, it's 2.5 more or less. Let's say 1.5 hours from now, so at 4. Okay? At 4 o'clock, we'll be here. Again, afternoon stream will be a little bit shorter. We're still doing pre-production, so yeah. Cut and chop and paste and do chirurgic stuff to what we have. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Remember, you can always find me at Instagram at Beyond Existence Official. You can always find every single stream up one day later, just to play on the safe side. One day later at Nick Holden on YouTube. And yeah, it's fun. Guys, 1.5 hours at 4 o'clock. UK time zone, of course. Or Portugal time zone. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all in a bit. Bye-bye.